If you're thinking about buying in Dana Point, Laguna Niguel, or Newport Beach, and you're telling yourself, I'll just wait for rates to drop, this video is for you. I'm Missy Wiesen. I've been working in coastal Orange County real estate for nearly 20 years. And what I'm seeing right now in these three markets is something you really need to understand before you decide to wait. Because in these specific communities, waiting for lower rates is costing buyers anywhere from $60,000 to over $300,000. And I'm going to walk you through the actual math so you can make a clear, informed decision. Let's break this down. Not all coastal Orange County markets are moving the same way right now. Some areas are seeing pricing adjustments and a little more inventory. But Dana Point, Laguna Niguel, and Newport Beach are doing the opposite. They're experiencing tight supply and strong demand, which creates a very different buying environment. Minus here are the key signals I'm watching. Dana Point is seeing over 10% year-over-year appreciation. Laguna Niguel is sitting at just 1.7 months of inventory, and Newport Beach has more than 50% cash buyers. These are current market numbers. What that means for you is simple. In these communities, waiting has a measurable cost. Let me walk you through each market so you can see exactly what that looks like. Let's start with Dana Point. Dana Point is showing the strongest momentum in coastal Orange County right now. The median home price is about $1.9 million. Homes are selling in roughly 28 days, and appreciation is running at 10.8% year over year. Here's why this market is performing the way it is. First, the harbor lifestyle. Buyers aren't just purchasing a home, they're buying access to boating, ocean activities, and a very specific coastal living experience. Second, relative value. At a $1.9 million median price, Dana Point offers coastal living at a significantly lower entry point than Newport Beach or Laguna Beach. And third, the ongoing harbor redevelopment continues to enhance long-term appeal. Now let's talk about what waiting actually costs. If you buy today at $1.9 million with 20% down, your loan is about $1.52 million. At today's rates, your monthly payment is roughly $9,400. If you wait 1 year and the home appreciates just 5.5%, which is conservative based on recent performance, that same home now costs about $2 million. Even if rates improve meaningfully, your monthly payment is essentially the same. But here's what changed. You needed an additional $105,000 for the higher purchase price, plus about $21,000 more for your down payment. That's $126,000 more upfront to end up with almost the same monthly payment. What that means for you is that the rate savings didn't offset the appreciation cost, and over time, the gap gets larger. If you buy today and hold for 3 years, the combination of appreciation and principal paydown builds significantly more equity than if you wait and buy later at a higher price. The buyer who purchased earlier built over $100,000 more in net worth over the same period. This isn't theoretical. This is how wealth gets created when you own the asset during the appreciation cycle. In coastal Orange County, it works a little differently than inland markets. This is where experience matters. Now let's talk about Laguna Niguel. Laguna Niguel is one of the most supply-constrained markets along the coast right now. Median price is around $1.4 million, but the bigger story is inventory. There's just 1.7 months of supply. For context, a balanced market usually has 5 to 6 months of inventory. At this level, supply is structurally tight. Here's what's driving it. Laguna Niguel is essentially built out. New construction is limited. Families are drawn to the Capistrano Unified School District. Buyers get coastal proximity without coastal pricing. And there's steady move-up demand from Irvine, Mission Viejo, and Lake Forest. Now let's look at the math. If you buy today at $1.4 million, your payment is about $6,950. If you wait a year, the home appreciates modestly, and even if rates drop, your monthly payment is only about $40 lower. But you paid over $63,000 more for the home and needed more cash up front. Your annual savings from the lower payment doesn't even begin to offset that difference. The break-even period is well over a century. What that means for you is that waiting simply doesn't pencil out, and that 22-day median time on market tells us something important. Homes aren't sitting. There's a clear transaction rhythm, and competitive properties move quickly. When rates drop, the buyer pool expands, competition increases, multiple offers return, and buyers end up paying more to win. Now let's talk about Newport Beach. Newport Beach operates under a completely different set of dynamics. The median price is about $3.4 million. Homes are selling in about 25 days, and more than half of all purchases are all cash. That cash concentration creates pricing stability. Rates matter less when a large portion of buyers don't need financing. Add in geographic scarcity, harbor access, world-class beaches, and a buyer pool focused on lifestyle and wealth preservation, and you get a very resilient market. Let's look at a 2-year waiting scenario. If you buy today at $3.4 million, your payment is just under $16,900. If you wait 2 years, even with optimistic rate improvements, the payment is virtually identical. But the purchase price is over $300,000 higher, and the additional cash required upfront is substantial. Wait, that's the real cost of waiting in Newport Beach. Many buyers ask me how this compares to investing elsewhere. When you compare leveraged real estate appreciation to unleveraged investments, the difference can be dramatic. And that doesn't even factor in tax benefits, inflation protection, lifestyle value, or long-term planning considerations. Here's the common thread across all 3 markets. Each one has a fundamental supply constraint combined with strong, durable demand. These aren't speculative markets. They're driven by scarcity. Now here's the part most buyers overlook. When rates drop, affordability improves for everyone, not just you. The buyer pool expands, competition increases, prices rise faster, and concessions disappear. I watched this happen firsthand in 2020 and 2021. These markets shifted almost overnight. Lower rates didn't create opportunity. They created competition. So let's keep this simple. If you're targeting Dana Point, Laguna Niguel, or Newport Beach, waiting for lower rates has a very real cost. Buy when you're financially ready. Buy a home that fits your needs, and refinance later when rates improve. That strategy allows you to capture today's price and tomorrow's rate. Waiting means you may get the lower rate, but you'll likely pay a much higher price. And in these markets, that difference is significant. If you're considering a move in coastal Orange County and want to talk through your specific situation, I'm happy to help you build a personalized strategy. My contact information is below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.